Okay, let's do. So this came up. You're wondering, like, well, you guys are going to do tennis and golf rankings? How did this come up? It came up because we were randomly talking about tennis picks the other day, and Kelley was just like, who are your number? Oh, because I said
asked you like your top 5 regardless of surface.
Well, because I said Rybakina. I said really the top 3 players in the world in women's tennis, regardless of what the rankings say, are Iga 1, Sabalenka 2, Rybakina 3. But Rybakina doesn't have points from winning Wimbledon. Pandemic-related stuff where Russian players didn't play. It's a whole thing. So the question is, what are your true rankings of women's and men's tennis players? And Kelley will do it for golf as well. So real quick.
Go power rankings.
Oh, plug it in.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
Plug it powered up.
106.7. Plug it in. So they do.
What else we play? What, the Buzz.
I love FM radio. We're the hits.
That was my rock station for like 10 years.
Where hip hop lives. All right, number 1, WTA, Iga. 12 titles, 3 slams. And really just healing now to get ready for a French Open, where she's trying to win her 3rd. Iga's number 1. She's number 1 with a wide margin in the real rankings. By the way, in parentheses, you will see for those watching, are their actual current rankings. So Iga's 1 for me. Iga's 1 in the world. Arina Sabalenka, same thing. I've got her at 2. She's number 2 in the world. Let's put it this way. I will say this. The rear view mirror, right? Objects appear closer in the rear view mirror would apply to Iga looking back at Sabalenka and Rybakina currently. So Sabalenka's 2. I have Rybakina 3rd, like legitimately 3rd, even though in real life she's 7th in the rankings. By the way, tough match against Kalinskaya last night. Rybakina got through at Miami. Jessie Pegula, number 1 American. I've got her 4th in the world. She's currently 3rd in the ranks, but I got her 4th. Barbara Krejcikova, this is probably the biggest difference. I've got her 5th. She's 12th overall, but we're talking all surfaces. That was your sort of your parameters.
Regardless of service, which really makes this more difficult.
She's great on clay. She's great on hard courts. She is basically Iga light, but she's beaten Iga this year, right? The only people that have beaten Iga are Sabalenka, Rybakina, and Krejcikova here recently. But I got Krejcikova 5th behind Pegula. And then 6th might surprise some people. I have Belinda Bencic at number 6. She's 10th in the real life rankings. Bencic's numbers are spectacular. So I've got her at 6, and I do everything data-driven here on serve, return of serve, breakpoint percentage. I really dive into it 12-month, 6-month, 3-month. I've got Ons Jabeur at 7. She's not playing her best tennis, but respect out of her 2 slam finals last year. She's at 7. Caroline Garcia is my number 8, even though she's 4 in real life. I just think she doesn't in-game adjust as well as some of the others. Coco Gauff is the number 2 American. I've got her at 9, even though she's 6 in real life. And then didn't really know who to put 10th. Maria Sakkari, sort of my concession at 10. Men's side, won't surprise anybody. Djokovic 1, Alcaraz 2. There's no disputing that. Medvedev is who I have at 3, Daniil Medvedev. He won 18 matches in a row before Alcaraz just beat him at Indian Wells. Medvedev deserves that respect. And then out of total respect, one of the gods of tennis, I got Rafa Nadal at 4. Even though he's 12th right now, I'm not putting him any lower than 4. I'm just not.
When we hit the men's side, this is what kind of tripped up on this part the other day, right? Is where do you stack Nadal right now?
He's hurt all the time now. He's in his last days, one would think. He's 4th. I can't put him any lower. Then this is where it gets sort of like, hey, pick and choose. I ended up with Yannick Sinner, the Italian, at 5th. He's 10th in real life. I got Auger-Aliassime at 6. Then I, just a total concession, put Stefanos Tsitsipas at 7, just because I have to give him some modicum of respect. He's actually 3rd in real life. I don't love betting on him, but he's 7th. Sasha Zverev, battling back from injury, is 8th. If he's full, he's higher than that. He's better than that. Holger Rune, even though we have him as Holger Run, which sounds like Logan's Run, at number 9.
I think I got auto-corrected.
Holger Nodskov Vitas Rune is at 9.
And then always on the run.
And then I got Cam Norrie. I tip a nod in front of Taylor Fritz and the Andre Rublevs of the world. I got Cam Norrie because Cam Norrie's numbers on clay and hard courts are really good. And I know Drew calls him Scam Norrie, but I'll make him number 10. Golf, sir.
Yeah, golf. I did top 10 PGA Tour players power ranking. So this
no
is
LPGA from you.
Well, no LPGA. No, Isaiah said the same thing. I don't handicap LPGA. I don't handicap LIV. There's not much data to handicap LIV. Now, if we went top 10 men's golfers on the planet, yes, Cameron Smith belongs somewhere on this list, but we could sit here for hours arguing probably of where he belongs and where he doesn't. PGA Tour, I have more data to actually rank guys.
He'd be top 5, wouldn't he?
What's that?
Top 5, wouldn't he be?
He'd be right around 5 or 6.
Okay.
I don't know that I could put him ahead of Max Homa and Patrick Cantlay right now. I debated this for a while last night in my head, Gill, of whether I should include him or not. But the problem is he's played so little since the Open Championship and going to Live, where all these guys have played so many more tournaments. I don't know where you could really put him at. It would have to be in that 5-6 range. So starting at the top for the big three, it is still the big three for him, but it is Scheffler, Rahm, and Rory. And I'll stand by this. Rory in a little bit of a swoon right now. Jon Rahm, these guys have all three been incredible. There's no doubt about it. I'm saying a little bit of a swoon. Swoon for Rory McIlroy, not for regular golfers, right? Scottie Scheffler. Here's the really scary part about Scottie Scheffler. If his putting becomes more consistent, and he's only 26 years old, Gill, he can continue to get better and better. His off-the-tee motion scares me, but if that thing gets locked in, this guy is going to be the best on the planet. I already think he is.
I said a year ago.
Yep.
You got to have some of him in everything.
So those are the top three. Max Homa's moved to number 4 for me right now. This guy has the win equity. He's going out there winning in big fields against some of the top. Patrick Cantlay has to belong right there. Tony Finau, no top 10 Tony jokes anymore. This guy's out there winning these days. So he's up to 6 for me. Now we get to the guys that haven't won a little bit. Xander Schauffele. Jason Day has to belong in this conversation again this year. He has been stellar over the past few months. Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa. You haven't shown me much recently, but I guess I got to include you.
You've got Finau and Day ahead of Thomas and Morikawa. Yep. Wow. That is the shocker there to me. Mm-hmm. Always interesting. Kelley's Top 10 Golfers, Power Rankings.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.